Fellas, what's good with y'all, man? So this right here will be the last part of this little superstar ability series that I'm doing. Like I said, this is just my personal opinion on also on players that I feel like I'm going to want to have when that first couple weeks of when the game comes out. So superstar abilities, like I said, I feel those are more important than the X Factor abilities because the abilities do not need to be activated and cannot be lost. Simple as that. It's the core of that player. All right. So let's get into it. Edge threat: Joey Bosa, Cameron Jordan, Khalil Mack, Von Miller, DeMarcus Lawrence, Calais Campbell, Myles Garrett. So what this ability does: defenders with this ability use dominant pass rush moves while rushing from the edge of the defense. So that's very important. These left and right ends. Like I said, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm assuming Khalil Mack is going to be crazy expensive. And Von Miller. I think Von Miller is always crazy expensive. DeMarcus Lawrence isn't that bad. Just because he's an older player, I guess, and he's not as popular, I guess. So he's never really that pricey. So I'll be looking to go. And I think I had Myles Garrett a couple years ago, so I do like Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett plays for the Eagles. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. I think he does. Oh, no, it was at the Cowboys. Cowboys or Eagles, one of them. But yeah, I did used to rock with Myles Garrett. Of course, Joey Bosa's a dog. But I think Joey Bosa's going to be really expensive as well. So, like I said, you want to get the most bang for your buck in MUT. So, that's how you finesse it. So, speaking of finesse specialist, Joey Bosa. Defenders with this ability have faster finesse move animations during the pass rush. See, I don't know what'll be better in this game. I don't know if it'll be finesse moves or be more the dominant / bull rush type moves. All right, so that's interesting. So at the moment, I'm definitely not going to pick Joey Bosa just because I'm assuming he'll just be too much, man. Too much coins. Under pressure, DeMarcus Lawrence, Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox. Defender with this ability can apply pressure to the quarterback from a greater distance. Okay, what's that distance? You know what I'm saying? I need specifics. I'm a very specific statistical numbers type of guy. So, it's just too broad. And it doesn't make me care enough to want to pick one of these players because of this ability. Let's get on to the next one. All right, Reach Elite: Calais Campbell, Danielle Hunter, Geno Atkins, Khalil Mack, Ryan Kerrigan, Chandler Jones. Ryan Kerrigan is a dog. I had him 2 years ago too a lot. I like Ryan Kerrigan a lot in Madden. So defenders with this ability can reach out of engaged blocks to tackle or sack nearby ball carriers. Okay, so that's good against the run. Not so much the pass rush that is emphasizing, more so the run. So that's always really good because the run can be very infuriating if you cannot stop it. So you definitely want to get all the extra help you can get, block sheds, reach tackles, all the help you can get. So that's interesting. I definitely like some players up here. I don't think they'll be crazy expensive. Daniel Hunter, Geno Atkins, Ryan Kerrigan, Chandler Jones, even Campbell. I don't think they'll be too expensive. So now straight to the meat and potatoes. Actual just run stopper. Cameron Jordan again. Jarrell Casey, Damon Harrison, Snacks. Defenders with this ability can either shed or reach out of engaged run blocks or tackle nearby defenders. Okay, so it seems like this superstar ability is kind of piggybacking on the Reach Elite. Like I said, I've noticed a lot of these superstar abilities, some of them are the same, or very, very similar, I should say. So I don't know about that, but Cameron Jordan's popped up a lot. Cameron Jordan must be a doggy. So yeah, he's popped up a lot. So strip specialist, J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Darius Leonard, T.J. Watt. Defenders with this ability can still tackle effectively while trying to strip the football. I guess that'll vary depending on your play style, because I don't know if I go around clicking R1. I would if I'm really getting strips. If I'm getting one strip per game, I'll go around. I'll make sure I pick up one of these players. I'll go around just spamming R1. But if I'm not getting one strip per game, then it's not that big of a deal. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, these guys have other traits like Von Miller and J.J. Watt. These two, I think this is the first time I've seen them on the list, so it wouldn't be worth it unless I'm getting one strip per game. All right, so where are we at? Edge Threat Elite. All right, so Edge Threat Elite, only J.J. Watt. Okay, it's the second time he's on the list. So defenders with this ability use dominant pass rush moves and apply significant QB pressure while rushing from the edge of the defense. That's nice. That's interesting. Okay, I like J.J. Watt. Okay, you got 2 ones that's very interesting. Power specialist, Myles Garrett, Geno Atkins, Fletcher Cox. Defenders with this ability have faster power move animations during the pass rush. So this one kind of piggybacks on, I think, one of the first or second ones that I read, in my opinion. Interesting, but I don't really care about any of these players in this actual special ability. So it is what it is on that. Pass rush elite, AD. Defenders with this ability use faster pass rush moves for a better chance at shedding pass blocks. It definitely seems like, just based on Aaron Donald's attributes, because I went over him earlier a couple of days ago when I was going over the offense. Aaron Donald, man, it seems like he's best to play at a left or a right end instead of a tackle. So that's what it's seeming like, in my opinion. So like I said, y'all let me know y'all opinion, especially the ones that play the beta, like where y'all actually moved him at. But he seems like he'd be better at a left or a right end as far as the game goes. So tackle supreme, C.J. Mosley, Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wag, Jadeveon Clowney, Jadeveon, however you pronounce his name. So not even looking at what this ability does. I like my guy Bobby Wag, man. Bobby Wag, not even looking at it. Like I said, Clowney's always too much money because you could put him at an end and he's really glitchy as a left or right end because he's so fast. So I'm like, he's usually too much money for me. Luke, I like Luke, but Luke's just not fast enough, man, to keep it 100. He just feels stiff. Like I don't know what it is about Luke. He is good on his own, playing his own coverage. I will say that, but he's not glitchy. And then C.J. Mosley, C.J. Mosley is just whatever. So, C.J. Mosley's never been good to me in the game, but that's my opinion. So Bobby Wag has been good for me in previous years. So Bobby Wag. So let's go ahead and read. Defenders with this ability have better conservative/dive tackling and rarely faked out by ball carrier moves and cannot be faked out when using control. Okay, that's nice. So more than anything, one of these you want them to be a user. So that would cross out Jadeveon Clowney, CJ, and Luke. So I would definitely go with Bobby Wag for sure. Enforcer, Luke, Bobby, Keanu Neal. Keanu Neal's a dog. He's a dog from me and Mutt. Jamal Adams, Landon Collins, Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith was slow. Not even looking at it. Like I said, I like Bobby Wag, but Keanu Neal, man, just because previous years, man, Keanu Neal out there busting heads, man, cracking fumbles. So what does this do? Defenders with this ability don't allow broken tackles when hit sticking ball carriers, regardless of the runner's size or power. I like that. And hopefully his sticks are back, fellas. Hopefully it feels like a hit stick, man, and not this BS animation that they give us. I want to feel like I'm really cracking somebody. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, Unfakeable. It looks like this is piggybacking off of Enforcer, Leighton Vander-Esch, Derwin James. Defenders with this ability are rarely faked out by backhair moves and cannot be faked out. Okay, yeah, it's piggybacking. Pick artists. Okay, this is what I need. Don't drop my picks, man. Y'all fellas know, man, I average 2 drop picks per game, and sometimes that gives me an L. So players who have this ability: Kyle Fuller, Howard, Richard Sherman, Eddie Jackson, Micah Hyde, Earl Thomas. Okay, we got a bunch of dogs up there. A bunch of dogs. I don't know who Xavier Howard is, though. I know everybody else, but Xavier Howard, I don't know who that is. Defenders with this ability have higher chance to catch uncontested interceptions, and they have unlimited stamina on the return until using their special move. Okay, I wouldn't use these guys as a punt or a kick return. Anyway. So that is BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, EA. Really? But anyways, a higher chance to catch uncontested interceptions. Okay, that's nice. Not as thrilling as I thought it would be, but it's nice. Acrobat. Chris Harris Jr. is always really high. Denzel Ward is a dog. I don't think Denzel's going to be too high and much either, man. I like Denzel a lot, man. I was using the Browns a lot this year. I like Denzel. Byron Jones is a dog. Cowboys. Jalen Ramsey is a dog. He's going to be way too expensive. Stephon Gilmore. I like Stephon. I don't think he's usually crazy expensive, but I don't think I really will rock with Stephon like that. He's probably more in the middle. Like he's not that expensive, but he just doesn't. He's not glitchy enough. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This year could change. Maybe he'll be better this year. But me personally, he's never been that great for me. He's been better than average, but he hasn't been an elite player for me. if that makes sense. Then Marshawn Lattimore as acrobat as well. Okay, so defenders with this ability will die for increased range on pass breakups and interceptions. That's what I'm talking about. Range. That's the key word. I need that range, man. When I click on, baby, I'm gonna go make a play. All that when they throw the ball towards your defender and your defender like backs up off of air resistance, that's BS, man. I hate that, man. So hopefully some of these players don't get that for next year. And that's been happening since Madden 18. Like you throw it at somebody, you throw it at a cloud flat, the cloud flat like back up like off of air resistance. It's crazy, man. Man up. Chris Harris and Stephon Gilmore. With defenders with this ability, play tighter covers and force more catch knockouts and man-to-man. I will be running a lot of cover one, man. I do like to mix in cover one now in my offense. So I mean in my defense, not my offense. So I will definitely be needing some corners to go ahead and lock down. Now I'm not gonna be coming out running man coverage. 80% of the time. I like to sprinkle it in at least once per down. At least once per down. Very simple. So what's that? 25%. So zoned out. Byron Jones, Richard Sherman, Darius Slay. I like Darius. Eddie Jackson, Earl Thomas, Derwin James, Harrison Smith. Defenders with this ability force more catch knockouts and react quicker in zone coverage. Okay, I like that. Byron Jones pops up again. Richard Sherman pops up again. I love Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman is one of my favorite cornerbacks of all time. He's just slow, man. I mean, we gotta keep it. He's really a cover two type of cornerback. So when I do want to get man, I really don't want to have to worry about this dude. What is Richard Sherman probably gonna have? What, 89 speed, 88, 89 speed, if that? Yeah, probably 88. Let's not be disrespectful. Probably 88 speed. So it's like I don't need nobody out here getting toasted and roasted, man. You know what I'm saying? And what? So defenders with this ability force more catch knockouts and react quicker in zone coverage. Okay, cool. Last one, Jalen Ramsey. He's going to be way too much money, way too much coin. I'm going to pass, but Jalen Ramsey is a dog, but I'm passing, so I really don't care how good he is. One player is not going to make or break a defense. I'm sorry. He's going to be too much coin. Defenders with this ability play tighter coverage and force more catch knockouts in both man and zone. All right, so that's it, fellas, for the video, for the little series that I put out. Man, y'all boys, let me know who y'all thinking about picking up. Like I said, I'll let you know my thoughts. So anyways, till next time, fellas, stream Saturday, maybe Friday, and then maybe not Sunday, because I'm working this Sunday. So other than that, man, let's